What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyjonnytwentyfive. Today I'm gonna do my Smackdown review and results. The new IC champion big reveal. Hit that like button, hit that red button, and let's get started. Tonight's WWE Smackdown opens up with a look at the Blue Brand Superstar Gathering backstage for a meeting. Smackdown Tag Team Champions, The New Day, are doing the limbo, which is god awful anyway. Who does the limbo on the Smackdown division while they having a meeting? Who does that? But anyway, let me continue. Roman Reigns speaks from the front of the arena and tells the roster they can let what happened on Raw and the WWE NXT happen tonight. He takes a shot at King, Barry, and Corbin, and everyone laughs. Reigns has the bay door open and says they're going to let everyone in tonight and beat their you-know-what when they come. The argue picks up until Sasha Banks interrupts. She waits for no one but herself and is heading to the ring to take care of business right now. Sasha Banks walks through the crowd with other members of the Blue Brand Women's Division behind her. Carmella, Dana Brooke, Nikki Cross, and Lacey Evans. The others continue arguing as we cut to the normal SmackDown intro video. The SmackDown Women's Division has been god-awful. It's just been god-awful. So I gotta call it a spade a spade. The SmackDown Women's Division has been god-awful. And I know TM once this win is gonna agree with me. Like I said, so it is what it is. That's just my opinion. We're live from the Allstate Arena near Chicago, Illinois as the power goes off. Michael Cole welcomes us. He joins by Corey Graves at ringside. We go to the ring and out comes for Sasha Banks. Has Lacey Evans, Carmella, Dana Brooke, and Nikki Cross with her as her backup. Sasha Banks takes the mic and says this is their show and they won't be getting jumped from behind. She talks trash about they did the WWE NXT Superstars this past week. She knows Team Raw is in the building and calls them out for a fight. Okay. Alright, cool. Team SmackDown. It says Team SmackDown waits in the ring until Charlotte Flair's music hits. She comes out with Sarah Logan, Natalya, and the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Charlotte Flair thanks the welcoming wagon, but says Team Raw will knock down the door anyways. Team Raw stands on the apron and Charlotte Flair challenges Sasha Banks to a singles match. Team Raw enters the ring and Team SmackDown gets in their face. The music hits and out comes Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm, Mia Yim, Candice LeRae, and Tegan Knox, Spanish chant NXT as they stand at ringside. Rhea Ripley says Sasha Banks is wrong. NXT does have guts. Rhea Ripley proposed this to be a captain versus captain match with her in it. Team NXT has been established for Survivor Series. Team NXT enters the ring and all three teams talk trash now. The referee tried to separate them, but a brawl breaks out. How many times have we seen brawls break out in WWE? How many times? But anyway, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks. Now I already know who won this match. Rhea Ripley buried Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks in this triple threat match. Back from the break, the match gets underway. Banks and Flair take out Ripley, but Banks ends up taken out by Charlotte Flair. Boot. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair takes out Sasha Banks and then have words as they size each other up. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley go at it now. Going to the mat, others superstars from all three teams watch at ringside, also arguing with each other. Ripley, Charlotte Flair fights off and rams her into the corner with shoulder thirst. Ripley with a big kick to the face. Flair comes right back with a big running boot and drop her for a pop. Ripley unloads, but Flair rocks her with a forearm. Flair rams Rhea Ripley into the corner a few times, but hits the turnbuckle when Rhea Ripley moves. Banks comes back in on lows with a backstabber. Banks takes out Flair and then mounts Rhea Ripley with strikes after a pin attempt. Banks gets a pop unloading. Rhea Ripley and Banks go at it now. Ripley with a big clothesline, then drop kick. Then a drop kick after more back and forth. Sasha Banks gets knocked out of the ring. Rhea Ripley follows and brings Sasha Banks back in, stopping to talk trash to Sasha Banks' partners. Banks kicks Rhea Ripley in the face as she tries to come back in. Flair knocks Banks into a cross at ringside. Banks and Nikki Cross are arguing now as Team Raw laughs at them. Then Team NXT is also trying to get in the mix. Rhea Ripley and Sasha Banks go at it with strikes. Flair goes to the top and hits a big moonsault, which is terrible by the way, and this looks sloppy, taking the other two down in front of the announcers. We go to commercial break with Charlotte Flair standing tall. Charlotte Flair's moonsault looks sloppy. It just looks sloppy. And I know everybody in the comment section is going to agree with me. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Back from the break, Ripley drops both opponents, cover Flair for a 2 count. Banks fights Rhea Ripley off from the corner, but Ripley drops her face first into the turnbuckle. Flair recovers on the outside as Ripley rocks Banks in the corner and climbs up. Banks sends her to the mat. Banks with a big Metro form the top, but Flair breaks up the pin. Up with a natural selection. Flair covers up. Ripley breaks the pin up for a 2 count. Rhea Ripley with a huge kick to Flair. Rhea Ripley tangles Flair and misses a drop kick. Rhea Ripley avoids a natural selection. Ripley goes to the floor for a break as Sasha Banks rolls Flair for a close 2 count. Charlotte Flair avoids the backstabber and gets a figure 4 applied on Banks. Ripley comes over and turns Flair's submission to a pinfall, getting the win. The winner of the match, Rhea Ripley. After the match, Rhea Ripley immediately goes to the floor to celebrate with her partners. Sasha Banks yells at Flair from behind. Charlotte Flair turns around and then started brawling. The Team Raw and Team Smackdown members hit the ring as Team NXT looks from the stage, laughing at Team Smackdown clears the ring, but Team Raw comes back for more as Team NXT looks on. Fans chant NXT and they take it all in. Backstage, King Baron Corbin is backstage with Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Corbin knocks Roman Reigns' idea of letting NXT superstars in the door tonight because what just happened. Corbin gets on talking about coming up with a plan for Team Raw and Team NXT when they try to crash the six-man main event. Roll out of the ring and let them beat up Roman Reigns, his partner, and then Corbin goes until Sami Zayn approaches. Corbin thinks Sami is annoying. They have words, and Sami calls Corbin to the ring for a fight right now. Sami music hits as he heads to the ring before he could even finish the challenge to Corbin. Alright, we go back to the ring, and out comes Sami Zayn to the stage. The WWE Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura is out next. They head to the ring together, and we go back to commercial. Back from the break, and Kyla Braxton, which she looks gorgeous by the way, is backstage with SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley, asking about her big triple threat at Survivor Series and her opponents possibly appearing tonight. Bayley says she is prepared. She goes on about decorate she is. She says Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch knows better, but NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler might show up tonight. But Bayley is putting it out there for her. If she shows up, Bayley is ready. She walks off. We go back to the ring, and Sami Zayn takes the mic. He says it looks like King Corbin isn't coming out because he's afraid of Sami and Shinsuke Nakamura. Sami goes on about people being afraid and says he can't call him annoying. In fact, if there was one word to use to describe him, it would be stud. Sami says for the big stud, he is Nakamura even studdier. Sammy goes on praising Shinsuke Nakamura and says he got him a present for being a study past few months. Sammy reveals what's inside his bag, and it's a new Intercontinental Champion, which looks nice, by the way. It looks awesome. The WWE Intercontinental Champion belt. Sammy takes the old title and presents Shinsuke Nakamura with the new one. So out with the old, in with the new. That's what I like, and it looks way better than the 24/7 champion. But let me continue. The new belt is much different from the classic look and can be seen on our main page. Sammy goes about how this guarantees Shinsuke Nakamura will win over NXT North American Champion Roger Strong and the WWE United States Champion AJ Styles at Survivor Series on Sunday. The music interrupts as the knock strong, and out comes the Undisputed Era. Roger Strong, NXT Champion Adam Cole, NXT Tag Team Champions Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. They hit the ring as fans chant Undisputed now. Sami Zayn tries to get Shinsuke Nakamura to leave the ring, and he does, but he takes his time. Adam Cole introduces his team and says they are going to wipe the floor with Team Raw and Team Smackdown on Sunday after winning the War Games on Sunday. The music interrupts, and out comes SmackDown Tag Team Champions Big E and Kofi Kingston, The New Day. They have words offered to settle what started last week. The Undisputed Era, if this would be a handicap match, but it won't be. Big E introduced heavy machinery, and out comes Tucker and Otis for the match. We go to commercial. We go to commercial as the two sides face off. Now, I'm sick and tired of Kofi Kingston throwing pancakes. I'm just so sick and tired of it. That just got off of Kofi Kingston just throwing pancakes all over and over again. But anyway, let me continue. The New Day and Heavy Machinery versus the Undisputed Era. Back from the break, and Big E goes at it with Roderick Strong. Kyle O'Reilly tries to distract from the apron, and Big E gets a beat down in the corner. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish with quick tags to keep Big E down now. Big E ends up unloading on Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly with big throws. Big E keeps control and takes out Roger Strong and Kyle O'Reilly on the floor. Adam Cole comes in and attacks Kofi Kingston, but Kofi Kingston fights him off. Adam Cole and Kofi Kingston trade shots in the middle of the ring now. Adam Cole with a knee to the gut. Roger Strong takes Kofi Kingston. Roger Strong tags in Kofi Kingston super kicks Adam Cole to the mat. Roger Strong comes from behind with a big backbreaker on Kofi Kingston. Roger Strong stomps away on Kofi Kingston while he's down. Roger Strong and Kyle O'Reilly double team Kofi Kingston in the corner now. Bobby Fish tags in, and the champions double suplex Kofi Kingston for a 2 count. Bobby Fish goes to work on Kofi Kingston against the ropes. Bobby Fish launches himself in the form of the Aaron on the apron, splashing Kofi Kingston for another 2 count. Adam Cole tags in and unloads Kofi Kingston in the corner now. Adam Cole with a neck breaker. Adam Cole drags Kofi Kingston into the corner and holds him down while Roger Strong comes in and decks him. Roger Strong with a back and neck submission in the middle of the ring. Fight out and rolls Roger Strong for a 2 count. Roger Strong drops Kofi Kingston with a basement dropkick. Roger Strong brings Kofi Kingston back in their corner, and Kyle O'Reilly tags in to work him over. Kyle O'Reilly drives knee to help to keep Kofi Kingston down. Roger Strong tags back in and takes Kofi Kingston to the mat. They tangle Roger Strong and keeps control. Kofi Kingston fights up and out, kicking Roger Strong with a kick to the face. Goes to the top, but Roger Strong cuts him off. Roger Strong climbs up for a superplex, but Kofi Kingston knocks him to the mat. Kofi goes to leap, but Roger Strong drop kicks him off the top into Tucker on the floor. This leads to Big E and Otis having words at ringside. As there's also some shoving. Tucker tries to separate Big E and Otis as we go back to commercial. Back from the break, Bobby Fish has Kofi Kingston down on the mat. Bobby Fish with a cheap shot to Big E. Kofi Kingston comes off the top with a big missile drop kick. Fans rally for Kofi Kingston now. Otis runs in as do Roger Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. He runs them over and decks Adam Cole on the apron. Otis runs around on everyone in pancakes. Roger Strong onto the mat. Kyle O'Reilly goes for Otis, but Otis eats the big kick. Kyle O'Reilly with more strikes, but Otis headbutts him. Otis launches himself the ring and splashes Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly in the corner. But they both fell, and Otis gets a pop for what he sees ahead. Otis calls for the caterpillar, but Adam Cole pulls to safety by Kyle O'Reilly. This all leads to Tucker slamming Kyle O'Reilly for a 2 count. Tucker and Roger Strong go at it now. Tucker counters and hits a big splash in the corner. Tucker with a slide slam to Roger Strong for another 2 count. Tucker goes to the top and actually hits a huge moonsault, but Adam Cole breaks up the pin on Roger Strong. Everyone gets involved, and now as chaos breaks out, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly take out Big E on one side of the floor. Kofi runs over and they take him with the double team. Tucker levels Adam Cole in the ring, sends Roger Strong to the floor. Otis catches Kyle O'Reilly in the middle and slams him in the ring. Otis with the caterpillar on Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly now. Bobby Fish kicks Otis. Adam Cole super kicks Tucker. Strong with a running knee to Tucker for the pin to win in the middle of the chaos. The winner of the match, Undisputed Era. After the match, the stable of NXT stands tall as their music hits. They stand over Tucker and raise the NXT titles in the air. The Undisputed Era continues their celebration. Roger Strong exits the ring and meets Sami Zayn and the WWE Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura on the stage. The WWE United States Champion AJ Styles suddenly flies over and decks them both. AJ Styles, Strong, and Shinsuke Nakamura brawl on the stage. And the ramp now. Sammy with a steel chair shot to Roger Strong and AJ Styles, knocking AJ Styles over the side of the stage. The Undisputed Era runs to make the save, and Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura retreat to the back. The announcers go over the WWE Survivor Series card now. There's still to come the big 6-man tag team main event, which was god-awful in the first place, but I'll get to that in just a moment. We see Daniel Bryan walking backstage. He summoned WWE Universal Champion Bray Wyatt to the ring. Michael Cole wonders who will show up, Wyatt or The Fiend. Back to commercial. Back from the break, the OC is on the stage. The WWE United States Champion AJ Styles, Stu Gallows, and Carl Anderson. AJ Styles is yelling at the crowd over what just happened. AJ goes on knocking Chicago and says the OC isn't leaving. Fans chant for CM Punk. AJ says he will mop the floor with CM Punk and Chicago needs mopping up. Gallows and Anderson also talk trash to the crowd. AJ goes on with the trash talking until the music hits and out comes Daniel Bryan to the ring. Daniel Bryan smashes to the ring and praising by the OC as they look on from the side of the stage. Bryan hits the ring and posts a fan pop for him. Bryan takes the mic and fans chant for him. Bryan says people want to know why he would want to summon Bray Wyatt. Here's why. He shows us a video package with recent footage of his run-ins with the Fiend. Daniel Bryan says he don't come out to play around with puppets. He came out to summon Riot. Daniel Bryan goes on about not knowing what goes on in Wyatt's head and calls him out to talk before their title match on Sunday at Survivor Series. They can get to know each other or reminisce about the past. But if that doesn't sound good, then they can't fight. Daniel Bryan goes on ranting at Wyatt until the lights goes out. The light comes back up and no one is there. Fans boo. Bryan takes the mic and accuses Wyatt of disappointing the people and playing mind games. He calls Wyatt to come fight. The music hits and out comes The Miz. Bryan says if there's no one worse than The Fiend, it's The Miz. Bryan asks what is he doing out here. The Miz enters the ring with the mic and says Bryan's behavior is making it clear he's not a professional, unlike Miz. Miz goes on about how Bryan disrespected him on this show, on the show Miz TV last week. Bryan doesn't care about, he doesn't respect Miz and doesn't like him. Miz yells back and says the feeling the natural. He's in Bryan's face now, yelling about how can't wait to see The Fiend rip him apart next week. Miz goes on about trying to be there for Daniel Bryan since day one and maybe talk some sense into him, but that hasn't worked. So maybe he will just try this. Miz slaps Daniel Bryan in the face as we go to a commercial break. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Back from the break, Miz unloads with yes kicks, but one is caught and Miz gets slapped. They go out and come back in. Daniel Bryan working Miz over. They go at it and run in the ropes, with Miz dropping Daniel Bryan with a knee to the gut. Miz with a kick to the face for a 2 count. Miz wasted some time after another shot to the face. Miz with the running boot to the head now. Miz with another running boot to the head for another 2 count. Miz keeps Bryan grounded with a headlock now. Bryan fights back with kicks and chops. Bryan with a big running shot in the corner now as fans pop for him. Miz comes right back and drops Daniel Bryan from the corner. Miz comes off the top rope, but Daniel Bryan catches the arm and tries to take him down into the libel lock. They tangle and Miz nailed the big right hand. They run the ropes again, but Bryan drops Miz with the flying elbow. Daniel Bryan goes to the top, but Miz catches him. Miz goes for a superplex, but block a few times. Daniel Bryan headbutts Miz to the mat. Bryan with a missile drop kick and kick up for a big pop. Daniel Bryan with the yes kick to the chest now. Bryan drops Miz with the final kick. Bryan looks at his own fingers and starts to hawk up. Bryan goes to start an actual yes chant, but the lights start to go down. The lights are all the way out now. The red light comes back on over the arena. The WWE Universal Champion, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, is sitting down in the corner. Daniel Bryan stares at him. They go at each other for a fight. And right as Wyatt applies the mandible claw and the lights goes dark, flashing on just Wyatt and Daniel Bryan in the middle of the ring. No red, Wyatt laughs away as he takes Daniel Bryan down to Daniel Bryan with the mandible claw and keeps him there. We go to commercial break. Back from the break, and they announces plug Daniel Bryan versus Wyatt at Survivor Series on Sunday. I don't see Daniel Bryan taking the title away from the Fiend Bray Wyatt. I don't see that. But anyway, let me continue. We go to the ring, and out comes the NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler. Michael Cole brings up how SmackDown's Women's Champion Bayley took shots at Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler takes the mic and says she heard Bayley talk about how she keeps attacking from behind. She says Bayley must not be getting her message because here she is in Bayley's ring calling her out. Shayna Baszler drops the mic and waits for a fight. Bayley suddenly attacks Shayna Baszler from behind and takes the knee out. Bayley unloads, but Shayna Baszler finally fights back. Bayley tries to retreat through the crowd, but Shayna Baszler comes from behind with a Kirifuda clutch. Bayley rams her back into the post and then barricade. Bayley goes down and launches Shayna Baszler, throw first onto the top of the barricade. Bayley drops Shayna Baszler again at ringside and makes her exit to the stage. Shayna Baszler gets back to her feet and stares Bayley down, looking pissed. Bayley runs to the back as Shayna Baszler fumes. The announcer sends us the match replay from Progressive, featuring highlights from last week's tag team match with Shorty G, Mustafa Ali defeating Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. For my opinion, I miss Ruby Riott. That's all I gotta say. I miss Ruby Riott, and I know TM once this one is watching this video, and I know he agrees with me what I just said, because I know TM miss Ruby Riott just like I do. That's like I said earlier. I just had to put it out there. I just had to put the truth out there. I do miss Ruby Riott, but that's all I gotta say. But let me continue. Mustafa Ali, Roman Reigns, and Shorty G versus King Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode. This main event 6-man tag team match was just garbage. It was just garbage. But let me continue. We go to the ring. For tonight's 6-man main event. As hometown star Mustafa Ali is out first. Shorty G is out next, followed by the big dog Roman Reigns to a big pop. Greg Hamilton does the introductions as they head to the ring. It looks like Roman Reigns' entrance pyro was botched, as he finally had to lead the other two in the ring. They hit the ring together as the stage pyro finally went off, as Michael Cole sent us back to commercial. Back from the break, and we see Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode at ringside wrapping their entrance. King Baron Corbin is out next. Corbin is carried by the crew members with the throne and platform once again. Roman Reigns stares him down and talks trash. The bell rings and Reigns rocks all three opponents, including the starter. Robert Roode, Roman Reigns with a big drop by to Corbin on the floor. Roode charged, but Reigns rocks him to the floor. Dolph Ziggler attacks Roman Reigns from behind. Corbin gets involved and sends Roman Reigns into the barricade. Robert Roode comes back to the floor and rams Roman Reigns into the apron. Robert Roode brings it back into the ring and stomps Roman Reigns. Ziggler comes in, but Roman Reigns ends up fighting him off. Robert Roode charged, but Roman Reigns nails a Samoan drop. Shorty G tags in and goes at it with Dolph Ziggler. Shorty G unloads and hits the Northern Light suplex for a 2 count. Shorty G and Dolph Ziggler tangle up some more. Shorty G gets sent to the apron. Corbin and Robert Roode team up to launch Shorty G from the apron and onto the announcer table, hitting the monitors on the way to the floor. That was a brutal spot. Roman Reigns and Ali checked on Shorty G while he's down on the ground in pain. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Dolph Ziggler almost put Roman Reigns away with a big DDT. Dolph Ziggler ends up cranking up for the super kick, but Roman Reigns nails a Superman punch instead. Corbin and Ali tag in and go at it for a pop. Ali unloads. King Corbin misses a splash in the corner. Ali kicks him. Ali plants Corbin face first. Dolph Ziggler attacks from behind, but Ali nails a spin kick to his jaw. Ali runs the ropes and hits a big dive, sending Dolph Ziggler into the announcer table. Ali runs back and out the other side, taking Corbin down on the floor for a pop. Ali brings Corbin back in. Ali brings Corbin back in. He rings, but Corbin misses a choke slam. Ali with a elbow to the jaw and a big tornado DDT from the corner. Ali goes to the top without trying for a pin. Robert Roode catches him. Shorty G takes Robert Roode off the apron. Robert Roode with a big spine buster onto the floor to Shorty G. Roman Reigns levels Robert Roode at ringside. Dolph Ziggler super kicks Roman Reigns to the floor. Ali and Corbin go at it again in the ring. Corbin catches Ali with the deep six. That's one of my favorite finishers in WWE. From out of nowhere for the pin to win the middle of the ring. The winners of the match: King Corbin, Bobby Roode, and Dolph Ziggler. After the match, this was the best part after this 6-man tag team match. After the match, Corbin takes the sculptor as the music hits. He goes to use it on Ali, but Roman Reigns makes the save with a big spear. Seth Rollins' music suddenly hits to a pop. Roman Reigns stands tall in the ring. Corbin rolls out. Ali is still down. Rollins finally appears in the crowd with several Raw superstars. Raw Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders, the Street Profits, Ricochet, and Kurt Hawkins, and Zack Ryder. The OC others. Roman Reigns is left alone in the ring. No backup from the Smackdown superstars. Seth Rollins enters the ring and stares at Roman Reigns. They have words. Seth Rollins suddenly decks Roman Reigns as they brawl. The Raw superstars enter the ringside arena and attacks Ali, Shorty G, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode and Baron Corbin at ringside. The music hits, and out comes Braun Strowman. He started running over the Team Raw superstars: Heath Slater, The Revival, Otis Tucker, Drake Maverick, and several other SmackDown superstars are with him. Large group of Team Raw and Team SmackDown brawl and out of the ring. Fans chant NXT. This was the best part. Fans chant NXT. Now, Braun with a big power slam on Drew McIntyre. The camera cuts backstage to a group of NXT superstars riding the DX Jeep from their infamous WCW invasion. This was the best part. This was the best part on Friday Night SmackDown. That was the best part. The NXT music hits as Triple H, WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels, and Road Dogg Big G James appears on the stage. They lead in a large group of NXT superstars. They all rush the ring, and all three brands are going at it now. The WWE UK champion Walter is with Team NXT. Their bodies everywhere as their three rosters brawl all over the arena. Keith Lee with a big spear bomb. That spear bomb is phenomenal by Keith Lee. I loved it. Two Montez Ford in the ring, but there are only ones in there. Braun Strowman meets Keith Lee in the ring, and fans pop. Slater runs in, but Keith Lee leads him. Braun Strowman takes out NXT superstar. Braun Strowman and Keith Lee in the middle of the ring now. They start fighting each other. The ring begins to fill up with superstars now. SmackDown goes off the air as the ring fills up with superstars. That was the best part at the ending of SmackDown. But other than that, like I stated earlier, the women's division on Friday Night SmackDown has been god awful. It's been god awful, and I know that I miss Ruby Riott. I'm just gonna tell the truth. I miss Ruby Riott, and I know TM161 is watching this video. He missed Ruby Riott too. I already know. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed my SmackDown review and results, the new IC Champion big reveal, give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys think of Friday Night SmackDown, man. And Saturday I gotta do NXT War Games, and this Sunday I gotta do Survivor Series. So I'm keeping you guys updated on that one. But anyway, I gotta get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I gotta go to sleep. That's all I gotta say from here. This your boy Bigboyjonnytwentyfive. You guys have a great Friday, and I'll see you guys later. And I'm out of here.